Welcome back to Keep It Wheel. You're back in the garage of Mr. Flea, and we're back working on the CBR125 again. As you can see from the last video, we actually did manage to get it started, which was a massive bonus. We've now got a few parts on order, just namely gaskets and whatnot. But now we need to tear it down even further. So basically we're going to shed quite a bit of weight this time. So we're getting rid of all this back end, lights, hangers that we can get rid of, foot pegs we don't need, bits of bracketry, indicators, whatever. We were going to go for clip-ons, but we think these may mount underneath just to save a bit more cash. We'll see how we go with them, we'll let you know. We're going to get some sprockets on order. I think on these it actually runs something like a 1540, something like that. But obviously we're only going to be running on short circuit, so we know we need a 1546. So we're going to see if we can get a 46 rear tooth sprocket. I mean, it needs a bloody chain, sprockets and everything, so we're going to go for that. Like I say, so today is just to clean up, sort of like a recommission really. We're going to be running the stock airbox, so carb needs cleaning out properly. The tank we've still got an issue with. We don't know whether to repair the tank, do something with it, or get a new tank. Like I say, this is really just going to be budget all the way, so we're not running a rear seat. We are going to be running stock panels, and I think we're only going to be running the nose fairing, because more than likely we're going to go down and we don't want to actually repair panels on the go. So like I say, it's a 4-ounce endurance race, so if we do go down, in which we definitely are going to go down, we want to do as least damage as possible. We've got to get for the reg state, you've got to have you know, the brake guards you have on MotoGP, so we'll put one of them on. And yeah, I'm going to whip this exhaust off, get it into spikes. He's going to clean that up and bring that up like pristine brand new, and we're just going to go for the bike and get ready for next month's racing. So we're going to be racing at Teesside, I think it is. It's a 4-hour endurance, Freetech endurance racing, and can't wait, bring it on. So for now, I'm just going to start tearing down the bike. Okay, parts taken off so far. We've got the full exhaust off. Little bit of a problem with that one. There was a mounting bracket right under there, just about there. I don't know if you can see it. We had to cut that off. That was the mount there. So it was just a clamp at the back, single mount there, and actually bolted on at the front. They all came off. I'd actually pre-WD'd those the night before. So exhaust is off. We've also took the side stand off. That was to allow me to get access to this anyway, but this has got to come off. Springs off, so we'll get this one into spikes and get him to do his magic on it, clean it up, and that's it. I'm going to continue. Okay, got a bit further on the project. I've took the rear end off, indicators, bit of bracketry there. There's the rear seat locking mechanism. Actually, I had to cut this off as it don't actually bolt off on the earlier models. I'm sure the later ones do. So there it is. That's what I've cut off. Left the standard under tray in situ. I'll just tidy this up. Cut it with a good old multi-tool. That's that. Left all this bracketry, the bolt-on system for the back bracket that holds the rear seat on. I've left all that just in case we want to retain the rear seat or some kind of locking mechanism to hold a makeshift panel and whatnot. Now I'm going to start taking chain and sprockets off, back wheel off, get rid of the mud guard. We don't need that. We do need chain and sprockets for this. like I said before. And the job after that is clean all the wiring out. So contact cleaner all these, make sure it's all in good nick. And then we're going to cut this brackets down here, get rid of the indicators. We're still retaining these clocks because, like I said earlier, we're going to have the fairing, so we're going to do that. Still got to clean the carb out, and yeah, we're slowly getting there. Okay, there's a back wheel off. Have you ever seen such a sprocket? That is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, we're going to upgrade all these. We're going to get, probably going to take that rear shock off, give that a good clean up, make sure there's no leaks or anything like that. And we're going to look to see if we can find some tyres. Apparently Mo03 tyres might fit. Obviously the chain's absolutely knackered. Okay guys, back again. Bit of an update. I've took the rear sprocket carrier off, ready for the sprockets off the rear wheel and whatnot. Give it a good clean up. Looks as good as new, look. Front wheel spindle, that's out. Front wheels now are off. We're going to clean up bits of the stanchion, and I'm going to clean the actual forks as well. We're changing these brake lines, so this has got to come off, bleed all the system, and we're going to change the line, and we're going to be putting .5 in there. Also the same with the rear brake line as well. That's all going to be stripped out. That's got new pads in the back already, that one has, so that's all good. This foot peg's got to come off. I think for now we're going to retain this rear hanger because it obviously hangs the exhaust off that. I'll probably fabricate something at a later date just to get that sorted. Yeah, so these are just going to want a good clean up. I don't think there's any leaks or anything like that. But we can have a look, we can test them. We're going to obviously check the fork oil levels in that. In fact, we're going to replace them anyway, the fork oil, just so we know we've got fresh oil inside there. These have got to come off. I'll just show you an update, what things we've got. There's a front wheel, front mud guard, brackets down there. There's an old sprocket carrier off the spare set of wheels we got. These are all the bits and bobs. Obviously this is the exhaust. Spikes has give it a quick clean up. Remember we mentioned that. All this stuff's got to go back on. These are some bits we've got. We've got clip-on bars. We've got the left-hand side engine casing gasket, you know, the stator cover gasket. That's a new one to go on. We've got the brake guard. Yeah, that's a must for the racing. Definitely on the front brake. They do stipulate you've got to have that in the regs. Sintered front brake shoes. That's going to go on. And obviously we've got a few more bits and bobs on order. We'll update you as they come in. So yeah, steadily working through the bike. I'm hoping to get the shock off, give that a good cleaning. It looks well rusty. Again, needs checking for oil and whatnot. See if there's any leaks. I'm going to degrease the engine, give it a damn good clean. We've got a few more bits on order, like we said. Spare brake levers, because we're still going to run the stock levers. And there's actually no stop button on these models, so you know it is all on and off. So we're going to lose ignition. I'm going to put a button for start and stop, and I'm also going to have a button for the rear light, because obviously you need that in dual conditions or if it rains. So you need a switchable light. So I'm going to convert all that. And that's where we are at the minute. And this is how she looks. She looks really sorry for herself. Green light wide up, where the ignition used to be. Little LED light, let you know it's on. Use the back light. Just got to tidy up the wiring now, put it into a little loom. Jobs are good in. Time for a bit of plastic welding. There you go. Not the prettiest of repairs, but absolutely solid. Look at that. No flex in it whatsoever. Well, this is all tidied up now. I've done some plastic welding and everything. Put the plastic welding there. Put the plastic welding onto the underside, just under there. But I reckon we should keep her black. That's had a 3-day soak in distilled vinegar, so hopefully it should have ate most of the rust out of there, but we'll soon see. I'll tip it out now. Well, that was clear. It's nice mucky brown, isn't it? It smells lush. Do some chips. Well, it's a loads better than it was, that's for sure. Draining the fluid. Woo! 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 First ride, making sure everything is all good. Brakes. What's the first impressions? Good. Brakes are good. It sounds brilliant. Yeah. Not bad for its first starting, bless her. She sounds really good. Pardon? Yeah, we can adjust that, can't we? Oh yeah, yeah. Awesome. Sounds really nice.